When something captures your curiosity, do you find you have to see it through to get some sort of informational fulfillment? This happens to me, but it also happened to Bruce Springsteen, but his led to a song. In the early 80s, Springsteen was living alone in Colts Neck, New Jersey. He'd already released 5 albums and was soaking in some words of the past. He read books on American history and stories, particularly inspired by Flannery O'Connor. He listened to Guthrie and Dylan and Hank Williams and watched Grapes of Wrath and Terrence Malick's Badlands. Sounds like a fun weekend to me, but one story captured Bruce's curiosity, and it came from the Badlands movie. It was based on Charles Starkweather and Caril Fugate. Those two also inspired Natural Born Killers. Charles and Caril were a young couple that went on a murder spree in 1958. They killed 11 people, including Caril's family. His research went beyond watching the Badlands movie. He interviewed Nanette Beaver, and she was the journalist who covered the murders while they were happening. She produced a documentary about Caril Fugate in the 70s and wrote a book about Caril's life. Bruce fleshed out his lyrics for what would be his song Nebraska and chose to write it in first person as Charles Starkweather. Where some extra magic happens is Bruce had his guitar tech set up a 4-track recorder and 2 Shure SM57 mics in his bedroom. He thought this is where he could record his demos before tracking them in the studio with the E Street Band. Using only an acoustic and a harmonica, he records Nebraska in his room. He said later about the song, "You're not trying to recreate the experience, you're trying to recreate the emotions and the things that went into the actions being taken. Those are the things everyone understands. Those are the things everyone has within them. The action is the symptom, that's what happened, but the things that caused the action to happen, that's what everyone knows about. It's inside of every human being." Springsteen recorded other songs while isolated in New Jersey, and when he took his song Nebraska to the band's producer, they tried brush drums, acoustic bass with piano, but nothing really worked with it. Its sheer, dark, moody feel didn't need anything else. Bruce's guitarist, Steve Van Zandt, also pushed him to release the music just as it is. And so, Bruce Springsteen's solo album Nebraska was released in 1982 as it was recorded, on a 4-track from his bedroom. This was before the indie wave of releasing home demos, and he influenced this kind of scene. After Nebraska came the releases from artists recording at home like Ween, Elliott Smith, Brendan Benson, Neutral Milk Hotel, and many others. 2 years later, Bruce would release Born in the USA, which spawned 7 top 10 singles and pushed him into superstar status. Thanks for watching and following my page. Cheers.